What's up guys, welcome back to Fancy Goldfish Fanatics. Today we are back finally at Matt's and we're going to be checking out that special project that has been in the making for quite a few months now. So make sure you stay tuned to find out more. Hey Fanatics family, welcome back. As always, check out those links in the description and make sure you are following us on Instagram. Today we are back at Matt's and we're going to be looking at his Ranchu project that's been in the making for a few months as part of our tank tour series. So if you watched the videos that were, I'd say probably about 4 months ago, where we went to look at his corrugated iron round tank that he had his Ranchu in. Well, he's actually brought in his best fish into this fiberglass tank, and I'm going to show you how he set it up and how I helped him design it to be optimal for the Ranchu and to keep them over winter. And then I think he's going to be setting another tank up so he can eventually breed them and select specific pairs. So right now I'm just going to show you what the setup is, show you how it all works, and then we can look at the fish a bit more, and we can also finally see he's actually got one fish left from the last breeding, so I can show you a bit on that and a bit on the tank setup. As you can see here, we've got a spray bar which you can rotate according to how you want the water to come out, so you can just adjust that, which is really good. And this is just attached by some pipe clips that we siliconed onto the fiberglass tank, so the water gets pushed all the way along this long fiberglass tank. You can see a shot of the fish there, and then it goes all the way to the filter at the end just here. And what we've done for the filter is we've put some filter fleece just here. You could also use some foam to catch all of the debris. Then the water moves through the filter fleece, through this aluminium sort of baffle, and then into the filter area where we've got some alpha grog, and then the water is pumped back up through the spray bar to a pump that is just underneath this plant here. And this plant is just to help take out some of the nitrates out of the water. Now also you may see that there is a drain on the tank here. This can just be loosened and then the water can be drained out of the tank through a drain, a bottom drain in the bottom of the fiberglass tank, which is a really quick way to do water changes and remove all of that water from the tank. So this is just an old fiberglass tank that Matt has repurposed, and what he's done, he's sanded it back, put a new layer of black flow coat on it, and then prepared it ready for the fish. So this tank measures 50 centimeters wide, it's 21 centimeters deep for the water level, and then it's 1.9 meters long. So it holds around 200 liters, and it's nice and shallow for the fish. They've got a long stretch to swim across, which is really good, really ideal, and there's not too much pressure on their bodies, which is absolutely perfect. Now for the pipe work, just for you DIYers and you guys that like to make your own projects, we just use some electrical conduit and then we just pushed it all together. If it leaks, it doesn't matter, as it will just drip into the tank, so we didn't need to solve and weld all of the pipes together. And then in the future, if we ever want to remove the spray bar to clean it, or it gets blocked, we can just remove the piping really easily. And you can also see that it's just tacked in by a little screw at the top here, so we can just undo that and then remove the pipe work. So just bring you out to a full shot of the tank here. As you can see, it's just sat on some old units that had paperwork in them. So little bit of a DIY project, but it does the job and the fish are looking nice and happy. So he's going to keep them in over winter at around 20 degrees, so he can keep feeding them quite a bit of food a few times a day and keep them nice and fat, ready for breeding next year. So just a little long shot of the tank here. You can see the full length, plenty of space for the fish, and a really good footprint, having nice shallow depth all the way along. So now I'll get some underwater shots of the fish because I know you love those, and then we'll take a look downstairs at the last fry that Matt's got through his tough selection process. So now we've had a look at the parent fish, which are actually upstairs. I'm just going to be showing you the last fry that he's got. Unfortunately, a lot of the fry were really deformed from the spawning, so this is the last one that he's got left. And as you can see, here is his own take on the DIY filter that I made. He just made his similar version with a large coarse sponge on the bottom. So here we've got a tank which is around 45 litres with the homemade filter. He's also got a heater set at 25 degrees to really bring that Ranchu on and grow it as quickly as possible so it can then go back in with the parent fish. He's also got a light above the tank just to help with any algae growth. The fish can graze on that throughout the day, and then he feeds this around 2 to 3 times a day with just a small pellet mix and some bloodworms. The fish is a little bit inactive at the moment, but it's got a lovely curve to the back, a good split tail, which is really nice to see. And as his fish are Japanese top view Ranchu, we really want to get that nice split tail that looks really good from above, with a good strong swimming pattern and a nice straight back. The curve on the back isn't as important as that of a Thai or a Chinese Ranchu, as we are viewing these fish from the top and not the side generally. Hopefully you can see the fish in the tank. I know it's going to be very small, so what I'll do now is I'll get some close-ups of the Ranchu just so you can see a little bit more of that development and how that fish looks different from one of the parent fish, the lack of wen growth, the lack of coloration, and just to see what they look like at such a young age.
Me